Hi, my name is Rich Speckner with Speckner Farms, and we have a bird right now that has sour crop. It's the time of year in spring when weather starts to change. Sometimes the birds will succumb to that. If you have croppers, pouters, they'll get this crop that's full of seed or full of water and seed. They'll be hanging really low like this and probably very, very sleepy, and if left like this, they'll die. So there's a technique that I've kind of come to rely on. Depending on the size of the bird, in this case it's a pygmy pouter. If you have an old German cropper or a reverse wing pouter or something that's larger, you're going to have to use a different size container, but it all works the same way. The principle is you take some sort of container or tube where you can set the animal in. In this case I'm using a tennis ball tube because it just happens to fit. I get her wings and feet down there. The point of the whole thing is trying to keep the bird upright so that the crop will continue to drain. What I normally do prior to this, though, is I make sure all the water's out of it, and then I'll let it sit elevated like this overnight. And you have to find some place where you can put it so it'll stay like this. In this case, I'm going to use a screen cage, and I'm going to put the animal in the screen cage and elevate it so it basically keeps its crop upward so that everything can digest as the food kind of moves down the crop. And I'm going to put a bucket behind it just to hold it in place. Now, of course, not everybody has these kind of screen cages, so you could use a box, maybe some towels to wrap around it, just make sure the bird doesn't get overheated. The purpose of it is to try to keep the crop elevated so that the food moves down the crop and then digests. The next day after that happens, you're probably going to have to take the bird, set it aside, use some apple cider vinegar in the water, and start to work on the sour crop itself. But for now, it's not going to eat or drink for a day. It's going to basically, I guess fast is the word I'm looking for. And until the fast is finished, which will probably take like 24 hours, it's just going to be contained safely like this. And you want to put the animal in an area where it's not going to be attacked by anything like cats or rodents or anything like that. So I'll try to show you what it's going to look like after everything goes through the crop. And hopefully you already know what the bird kind of looked like. I didn't really show you it in its completely debilitated state because I've already rushed into it, but I'll show you what happens once we get through this procedure. So anyway, till the next time.